Hey everybody, welcome to week number 1. Alright, I want to give you a little background on my first week and my experiences, so hopefully that will shed a little light on what you're going through this week as well. First of all, let's take a little background and talk about nutrition. Now, I am no doctor, so what I'm going to share is just how I understand this. Basically, the food that we eat is the fuel that our body uses to live on. And it burns up the easiest fuels first. First would be sugars, and then next starches, which are carbohydrates. Breaks those complex carbohydrates down into basic sugars and burns those as well. With our normal diet, we eat so many of the sugars and the carbohydrates that we eat far beyond what our body needs to function. As a result, it stores the extra as fat. Yuck. Now, what we're wanting to do with this program, by reducing our calories and balancing out our carbohydrates and proteins, is to force our bodies into a fat-burning state. That's what we want. It does this when you change your program and change the way that you eat. What's going to happen is, first of all, your body's going to say, whoa, wait a minute, my fuel source is gone. I no longer have those donuts that I've been burning up really quick. So it's got to look for other sources of fuel. First place it looks is in your organs to see if there's any sugars around in there, and it will burn all of those up. It takes about 2 days for that supply to be gone. And once it is, then your body starts burning your very own stored fat to use as fuel. And that's the goal that we have in mind with this. Now, I didn't experience this, but a lot of people say that during the first couple of days when it's transitioning over, getting into the fat burning state, that some of them they're a little more tired, sometimes they're hungry, have a little more fatigue, and that's okay. That's just your body switching over. I think you'll notice once you kick into that fat burning state, because all of a sudden your hunger's going to be going away and you've got tons of energy and you feel great, and that is what we want. Alright, how about some tips to help you during your first week? First of all, don't cheat. The program is very simple. I mean, you got 5 prepackaged meals, 1 meal of lean meat and vegetables, that's it. Don't mess with it, you follow it, it's worked for thousands of people, it worked for me, it will work for you. Okay? Make sure that you eat all 5 of those meals, don't skip any. Your body needs that fuel to get you into that fat burning stage, but don't be adding extra stuff you're not supposed to. Just follow the program. Also, during the first week, if you find that you're getting a little more hungry and, instead of going every 2 to 3 hours, if you get hungry earlier, go ahead and eat. It's no big deal. Even if you find that you just are still hungry and you want to eat an extra meal, so instead of 5 of the prepackaged meals, you want to eat 6, it's okay. It's much better to do that than to get off the program, give up, and totally lose it. This first week, just do whatever it takes to make sure that you stick with the program as close as you possibly can. And don't forget the water. 64 ounces, 8 ounce glasses of water a day, every day. Drink it first and foremost. If you want to drink some other stuff too, your teas, your coffees, your diet sodas, or your like Crystal Light sweetened 0-calorie drinks, that's fine, but don't substitute it for the water. 64 ounces of water, make sure you drink it. Okay, one thing that you may find as you're digging into your big box of prepackaged foods, that there are some that you like better than others. And that's totally acceptable. That's why they make 70 different kinds of foods, so that there's something that you like. But there may be some that you find that you just really don't care for the flavor that much. The reason for that is the foods that we've been eating are so overly saturated in flavors, actually artificially saturated with flavors, and they're loaded with fats and things, it kind of burns out your taste buds. And what you'll find is you get those fats out of your diet and you get all that artificial saturation of flavors gone, your taste buds will start waking up again. And this is true not just of the prepackaged foods, but also of vegetables and other more bland foods. For me, I used to hate broccoli. I thought it was yuck. But now I enjoy broccoli because I can taste the flavor of it. It actually has a flavor for me. So with those foods that you don't like at first, put them aside for a little while. Fill your diet with the prepackaged foods that you do like. Give them a week or two and then try it again after your taste buds have had a time to readjust and see what they taste like at that point. One other thing I'm going to be doing with these videos, make sure you keep watching, because as I keep adding new ones, I'm going to do some cooking videos where I show you some little tweaks and little things that I've tried, some secrets to doctor the meals up just a little bit to make them taste even better. So make sure you stay watching for those. Alright, we've been talking about your body, and let's finish up by talking a little bit about your mind. This program, the first week, played some real head games with me, because I had no idea how much food and eating had become my social outlet. With our ministry and music and everything, I don't have a lot of spare time for hobbies. And this first week I got to thinking, man, I don't play golf, I don't do this, I don't do that, and now I can't even go out to eat with my friends, and that's what I love to do. And it played some real head games with me. But I've got to admit, this is the first time I've ever been on a program that changed the way I think about food. And I can truly say, as the old saying goes, now I no longer live to eat, I eat to live. I realized that food is just the fuel that I need to do what I want to do. It is no longer my focus. And that is a huge, huge difference. I don't build my world around where I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat, and all that stuff. I just eat when I get hungry and I go do what I want to do. And it has been tremendously freeing for me to have that shift in focus. But it was tough the first week because I had to work through that. And you may find some things like that as well. And really, anytime, I want you to know this, anytime that you have questions or concerns, this week or anytime, feel free to drop me an email. It's FormerlyFatPhil@gmail.com. I'd be glad to answer your questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll find out, or I'll point you to the right people that do. There's a great support team, and we are here to work together to make this work for you just as it's worked for me, because we want you to be successful in this. I know if you follow the program this first week, it's going to be tough because you're making some changes. This will probably be your most difficult week, but chances are it's not going to be as difficult as you probably think it's going to be. And when the week is over, you are going to see some tremendous results on the scales if you've been following faithfully. I can't wait to hear about your response and hear how you did this week. And until next time, just remember, I'm praying for you, I'm pulling for you. God bless, stick with it, and stay healthy.